And that is better used if you centre the cup. If you don't, it can be a bit wobbly. This is only a tiny little cup and it's only just the right size for the mixer. But it works as long as you've got it centred. Hiya, welcome back to my channel. It's Wendy here from Toonpish Crafts and I hope you're doing okay. Now you know that I love Emma's colours, the Tiny Turner's colours. You know I love them. I sell them on my website. I absolutely adore them. But for some reason, I have never, in all my days, in the last 14 months, tried the Ethereal Flakes. I don't quite know why. I just haven't got round to it. There's been other things coming along. I don't know. I just haven't opened a packet. So I think I need to correct that, don't you? As soon as I sell them, I need to know what they're like. So let's have a look at the Ethereal Flakes, and I'm hopefully going to make something nice with them too. So on the left we have the 6-pack of Ethereal Flakes, and this is what they look like. In the 6-pack we have Imp, Wisp, Fairy, Pixie, Sprite and Elf. And on the right we've got Silver, which is one that Emma's brought out singularly, and Spectra. The Silver is an amazing flake. Well, I know you can get silver foil. You can get silver foil. It's pretty much easy to get hold of, isn't it? But the silver flakes, because they're so crunched up, you can spread them so much easier than you can the foil. I know that for certain. And just so you know, they all come with a little bit of tape to keep the flakes in the pot. The Spectra, let's have a look at the Spectra. The Spectra is a blue purple. Now I'm using a paintbrush here. I do swap out to use tweezers and then a paintbrush because it's easier to get the flakes out of the jar with a pair of tweezers. They spread really beautifully and they're a blue purple. So let's go through the 6-pack. First of all, we got Pixie. Now these are in no particular order. And throughout the video, I changed the order because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. But I do put on the screen the name of the colour every time I use it. And believe me, I struggled to get that right because they don't look the same in the pots as they do when you put them out on a black surface. They're going to look different with white behind them too, but you can actually see the colour on a black surface easier. Now with any light colour, usually when you put black behind it, the light colour will disappear. But with ethereal pigments, the black will show the colour. So now I've switched out to tweezers, which makes it getting out of those pots so much easier. And the pots are fair size and you get quite a lot in them, to be honest with you. This is Wisp, and oh boy, look at that colour. Absolutely beautiful blue. It's quite a light blue, this one. So the next one is Fairy, and a Fairy is a pinkish. Now I know this because I've tried all these colours and I know what they come out like, but I didn't know at the time, and I was so surprised to see what they came out like on a black surface because, like I said, in a pot they don't look anything like it. You think they're going to be yellow and they turn out not to be. This one's Sprite. Now this one is a orange gold, and look at how bright that is. Absolutely amazing colour. So bright and vibrant. It is very rare to find a bright colour that reacts that way to black. And the last one obviously is the one I'm less keen on because it's green. But it's a green with a difference, and you'll see that in a little bit. But it's definitely green. But I always try to have a look and see what the colours are like before I do anything with them. This footage is very wobbly and bouncy. I do apologise about that, but I wanted to show you the colours from different angles. They all change, they're all chameleon colours, and that green, believe it or not, is purple too. The Scepter is a blue purple. The silver is silver, so it's not going to make any difference. Now I did wonder what I could use to show off these colours. I have two of these little moulds. They're holographic-esque type moulds from Temu. And I hadn't used them before and I thought they would be perfect. I've got this one which is a teardrop, and I've also got a circular one. And it did occur to me that I'll try these moulds out, not only because it's the right amount of pockets for the colours, but it's also, I wanted to see if the holographic type shimmer on it would work with flakes. It's worth a try, I didn't know, so I thought I'd give it a go. So I'm going to use all the colours in these 2 moulds. I'm not going to bore you with putting them in because obviously they're not going to look anything like they're going to end up looking because they all look clear in this blue mould. Ethereal powders or ethereal flakes do change so much depending on what colour is behind them. And that is the point really. You can use ethereal flakes in a white piece with black specks and you will get totally different colours in front of the specks. I am imagining dragons with these. I haven't done a dragon in so long, I need to get back to dragons. So what I was doing with the tweezers was I basically filling up the mould with all the flakes, pushing them down with a brush and taking out any extra flakes, putting them back into the pot. And that worked really well. Bit of a money saver too, if you can put the leftovers back in the pot. By this point, I'd really lost what colours I was using and where. But hindsight, I know that this elf, even though it's green, you can see that purple twist to it, but they're not going to end up looking like this. So we've moved on to the circular mould. And again, this is Imp, and it's very difficult to see any difference in the colours at all. That just looks like a yellowy blue. It's very bizarre. I'm showing you and I'm trying to think, what colour is that again? So we got Fairy. Now Fairy I know is a really stunning colour, but it looks yellow on that. And obviously the silver. I'm using the silver because I've never used it on something and I thought I'd give it a go, but that is definitely silver. I'm going to be using a Istoyo 2-part resin for this. I do have a discount code for Istoyo and it will be in the description box below together with an affiliate link. It's quite a nice 15% discount code as well. I'm using the Istoyo mixer and that is better used if you centre the cup. If you don't, it can be a bit wobbly. This is only a tiny little cup and it's only just the right size for the mixer. But it works as long as you've got it centred. And this mix is the rechargeable AI version and you can just walk away and I do like that. I'm using a black pigment that is Vista Black pigment. It's my go-to black. It's pretty much the only black pigment I've got that I go to regularly. It's so jet black. And again, that link will be in the description box below. But I'm not affiliated with Vista. And I'm just filling up the moulds with black 2-part resin. This is so you can see and I can see what the colours look like with a black background. And as I said, black can destroy colours, but it can also bring vibrant colours out. And chameleon colours are best used with a black background to show them. But what about silver? Silver isn't a chameleon colour. We'll find out. I'm making sure I go around the edge with a silicone tool to get rid of any bubbles. I poured a little bit too much resin in these, so I'm using a cotton bud just to wipe off the area that sticks out that will give you an opening for your clasp. So the following day we can actually see what these colours look like, and oh my goodness, I've never seen such a bright pink. Spectra. I will give you a better look at these pieces. I just wanted to get them out of the mould really quickly and have a look myself. I also wanted to see if the holographic design had come out at all, and although it was there, it was so shallow. It was so shallow, it really wasn't worth it being there. Now yes, I have sped this up, but I will show you the shimmer of the different colours in a moment. But wow. So this is Imp. Imp is a red, pink, orange, gold. Absolutely stunning. Kind of mottled and vibrant. This is Fairy. Now Fairy is pink, but it's also a purplish colour and a gold colour too. Can you imagine that on a crystal piece? Wisp. Wisp is a blue, a really gorgeous blue purple, but it's a light blue. I think it's got a tiny little hint of green in there too. We've got Sprite. Now Sprite is a bright orange gold, and that is a really vibrant gold. Pixie. Pixie is a bright pink, gold, yellow. And Elf, as I said, it's a green, but it was also purple. And Spectra. Now Spectra is a dark blue purple, and that is a really dark blue indigo purple. Silver is silver. It doesn't change from anything but silver. But silver doesn't usually pick up black like that. Now I wanted to do something with these pieces. These are just test pieces, but I did want to use them. So I decided to put some stickers on them. And I found some flower stickers from Temu. You take off the backing, which was really hard to take off, to be fair. That's why I'm using sticky tape to take them off. And I didn't even realise it had come off in my hand until I looked down at my hand. It's such a clear piece of thin plastic. So I'm putting the flowers on these pieces, and then I'm going to dome them. Now obviously these stickers are far too big for the pieces that I've made, but you can trim up really easily around the edge by turning it upside down and using the scissors against the edge of the resin. You get a perfect trim up edge. You can use a standing knife too if you prefer, with a cutting board, but it's just as easy with scissors. Perfect edge, and as long as I've got the right amount of picture on the piece, I'm happy. So once I've done all that, I'm just going to completely dome them. Now I wanted to show you these holographic pictures because they're very cheap, only from Temu, but they really go well with these colours. And even though I made these test pieces just to be colourful, to be able to do something with them, I needed to make them a little bit more special. And that's what these stickers have done. And when I domed them, it brought the colours to life even more. So they all got domed. For anyone who doesn't understand that terminology, it means a top coat of resin that is domed so it doesn't flow over the edge. And I put O-rings on them so that you can attach them to pretty much anything. I put little stickers on the back with some really cute sayings, and it just finished them off. And even though they were test pieces, I got something out of them. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I hope you've got something out of it. Don't forget to check out toonpish.com, where all Emma's pigments are for sale. And it just goes to show that if you've got something that's colourful but quite plain, you can spruce it up with a holographic sticker and turn it into something quite special. Anyway, come back and see me next week, because you never know what I'm going to be up to. I never know what I'm going to be up to. Have a great week. Happy crafting, and bye for now.